shirt sponsorship, that's a meaty, tasty subject on a Monday night to get you excited about Everton again, isn't it? That shows you it's been a slow news week with regards to Everton, because that's what we're going to talk about, SportsPesa or SportsPesa. No one's actually ever explained to me or told me what the official pronunciation is. I'm not Kenyan, so I don't know. I'm going to go with PESA because it's P-E-S-A. So that sounds like PESA to me, not Pisa. But some people say Pisa. Maybe like that's a Scouse thing or something. You know, you lot, the natives refer to it as SportsPesa. But I say SportsPesa anyway. It doesn't really matter because they're not going to be Everton's sponsor for too much longer. If you ask me, I'd have Kejian back. They were my favourite shirt sponsor from the early 2000s. Not sure how lucrative the deal was, but we got Lee Tai and Lee Fueng Yu or Lee Fueng Wei. And he didn't play that much. We got Lee Tai anyway, and I quite liked Lee Tai on his day. Thai footballer until he snapped his leg. I'm joking. He wasn't a very good footballer, but anyway, we got a player as part of that deal, and I liked it because of how it looked on the front of the jersey. I mean, those favourite pictures of Wayne Rooney scoring his first goal for Everton, they were that was when we were wearing Kejian, and it was the Chinese symbols. And I did a tweet last night actually saying, what's a man got to do to get Kejian back on the front of the Everton shirt? And I was looking for the Chinese symbols on the internet. I couldn't find them anywhere. So I typed the word bollocks into Google Translate, translated the word bollocks into Chinese, and the symbols looked quite similar to Kejian. I included them in the tweet, and not one person picked up on it. So it shows how much you take notice of my tweets. But yeah, the news is SportsPesa are off. 9.6 million a year, I think they gave us in revenue, but this has been in sponsorship. But this has given, I think this has been a really good case study in the future. People that are into my line of work, marketing, PR, that kind of stuff, especially if you enter into the realms of sports, I think people will use the SportsPesa example, the deal with Everton, as kind of a case study of how not to do football sponsorship. I mean, there was the incident after the Arsenal game a couple of seasons back. There's been a couple, but this one stands out in mind. We got tonked at home towards the back end of Ronald Koeman's reign, and they did a tweet taking the piss out of us, which was just the most just strange thing. I think whoever was doing their PR and their marketing probably got sacked for that. But a company that's unfortunately doesn't have the best press surrounding it. Allegedly, the Kenyan government are investigating them for corruption. I must say, by the way, that's allegedly. I don't know if they are. I'm sure they've got better lawyers than they have PR and marketing types at SportsPesa. So if any of you are watching this, don't sue me, because I don't believe any of the rumours. I'm just saying that the Kenyan government think you might have been involved in some suspicious activity. The F1 guys have knocked you on the head. Everton have now knocked you on the head. But obviously, I'm just saying that, I assume they're just allegations. I assume you're innocent until proven guilty, obviously. But also, betting companies at the moment are under the cosh a little bit from a football perspective. It's probably a really good time to shed SportPesa, and with Everton involved at the moment in a new dawn under Carlo Ancelotti, and hopefully everything, all the joy that brings, this is probably a good chance and a good opportunity for Everton to go out there and try and seek some new sponsors. I mean, there were a couple of positives. The inroads we have made to the African market, the tournaments out there, which looks like loads of fun. I know a couple of the Falkland Blues lot went across there when we played them we played that tournament in Kenya. I suppose that was good, and 9.6 million a year we were given, as I said, and I looked at a league table. Someone posted a league table of like all of the clubs and the different sponsorship deals that they have with their respective sponsors. And Everton were kind of like just slightly above mid-table, which is probably right given our league places over the past couple of seasons. So they're all thereabouts. But I think we can certainly do better. There is a rumour as well that Angry Birds are going to go too. They're going to get binned as well. That's not been confirmed at the time of filming this, so we'll have to see what happens there. I don't mind Angry Birds. It's quite a different, funky sponsor, but there is a lot of talk anyway. potentially of Megafon and USM. Usmanov's whole thing, and we've got the sponsorship on the ground now. We've got the sponsorship of the training ground. So there are some strong rumours that link up will happen, and we might have USM and Megafon, some kind of combination between the two. It's also been floated that NEC might be back in the offing, which would be a great kind of marketing ploy. This is a marketing theme to this video, I suppose, to revisit an old sponsor again and slap them on the front of the shirt. Very retro, but also a company that's embedded in the in modern times as well, to revisit them and put them back on the front of your shirt. That would be very similar to Man United going back and getting Sharp if they were still around today. A couple of people talking about the ethical side of things with SportsPesa and how we need to find a company that's aligned with our ethics as a football club. It's very hard to do. We're talking about global finance. We're talking about the Premier League and betting, beer, whether it be Chang, which was the shittest lager you will ever have, by the way. I went to Thailand once. My mate lives in Bangkok, and I went to stay with him. He works out there. And I thought I'd see loads of references to Everton because we were still sponsored by Chang at the time. And I remember I was driving in the car with him, and there was a skyscraper thing and a massive Chang advert on the side of the skyscraper, and I could see blue kits. And I thought, here's... because I'd been there a couple of days and I'd not seen any reference to Everton in Bangkok, bearing in mind that Chang are a massive Thai beer producer. They're kind of the equivalent of Carl in here, let's say. And I looked up at the skyscraper and I just literally, they had Chelsea players on the front of the advert, not Everton. So that deal was a pretty shit one from an Everton perspective. But what is your favourite sponsor? Mine's Kejian, as I've already said. Is it Chang? Is it one of the others? We've had one-to-one maybe, and let me know your thoughts on that. But ultimately, where I stand on this topic is whatever's best for the club. However, if we can generate more revenue from shirt sponsorship, then fantastic, and that's kind of as far as I care, really. Also, give us your suggestions underneath of what company you would like to see in the comments section below, and I will select a winner, and maybe I'll send you a prize. I haven't worked out yet what I'll give you. But as always, get involved in the comments underneath and let me know who you would like to see on the front of the Everton shirt next, and your favourite sponsor as well. Thanks for watching GrandOldTeam. I'm Adam. You can find me on Twitter at @PortAdam and Instagram at @PortAdam. And I'll see you again next time on GrandOldTeam.